The rapidly evolving COVID-19 pandemic has brought on a number of challenges over the past 2 years, and with new information and restrictions constantly coming about, people are grappling with it in different ways.
By nature, an emergent pandemic requires us to constantly shift and adapt to new information, and that's actually a feature, not a flaw, of science, and it should be a signal to the public that we are being transparent, that we are constantly moving along to follow the best evidence and follow the best information. Unfortunately, on all sides of this issue, we haven't done a good job of navigating that nuance and that gray area. So public officials and government officials have not had enough trust in the public to include them in the narratives and the logic behind the way they're making decisions. And then the public, in some cases, as we see with these protests, have not done a good job of navigating and accepting those gray areas. And so people often, when they feel uncomfortable or when they feel that they don't fully understand an issue, we tend to rely on all or nothing thinking, and that typically leads us to taking these extreme positions where the reality is we need to be somewhere in the middle, and we need to be able to grapple with not knowing everything and yet knowing what the best move is. And that absolutely depends on being able to work together and to include different voices in those conversations.
More frequently, there are instances where people are seen yelling at each other literally in the middle of the street over their political point of views. Recently, a Kelowna man told Castanet about an incident where a man with Justin Trudeau slander on his truck yelled at him and made homophobic remarks. And in what appears to be a divided society of who supports mandates and who doesn't, Santa says that all comes from how each individual person is experiencing this pandemic.
On one hand, we have people talking about festival-like experiences and bouncy castles and love and unity, and then we have other people saying that they're being held hostage by constant honking and they haven't slept in days or weeks. And we're seeing Canadians being rushed to hospital after having cars driven into pedestrians on purpose, while people are saying that they're fighting for our freedom, alongside seeing things like Trump flags and Nazi flags paraded in our public streets. So there's certainly a huge divide between the way everybody is experiencing this moment, the way people understand the issues, and the way people see the pathway forward.
Santa says it seems people are reacting this way as they become more and more exhausted from this pandemic. For Castanet News, I'm Victoria Femia in Kelowna.